E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp. Hey everybody, welcome back to Maximum Voice, today again with a theory special. What we are looking on today is the circle of fifth, or in German, Quintenzirkel. And this is a very, very nice instrument for us to check out our relations of different chords, of presigns, like what kind of like signature it has, and other things that I would like to show to you. What you can see here, we have a circle, and this time even two circles, because we're not only doing major, but also minor side of it. And you can read here already, if you go clockwise, C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, C sharp. Here, this side would be F, B, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. And as you see, this is always in this direction, it's always a jump of a fifth. That's why it's called circle of fifth. So G to D is a fifth, D to A is a fifth, A to E is a fifth, which is nice because this way you can check it out for yourself and say, okay, if we start on C, what's my fifth on the C? It's a G. Okay, so C, G. From G, same thing. What's my fifth on a G? It's a D. Great, it's the next one, and you can get it in a row in the circle. It also shows you some kind of relations. If I check out around C what other notes we have here, we can see it is in the order of what you would also chord-wise find in a scale. So we would have C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor. Only the B half diminished is outside of that. So if you say, let's say you have a song in, let's say, E major, you can go to your circle of fifths and check out, okay, what we have. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, and then the D diminished, and you would really easily have all the chords you need. You can see from the outside circle, this is our major, and the inside is the corresponding minor. So we have a C major is correspondent to A minor, G major, E minor, D major, B minor, and so on and so on. So next thing you can see on here is, okay, so I have a song in C, but I would like to transcribe it into the parallel minor. Which would that be? And then I can check, oh, it's A minor. Great. So I know the tone material from that. I know my major and minor connections. I can see what chords are around my chord. And now we come to the sharps and the flats. You can see how many sharps or flats a tonality would have. So in C major, we don't have any sharps or any flats. It's just C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. In G, we would add the first sharp. So we have G, and we have an F sharp that is added to this. So my first sharp would be the F sharp here on this part. At D, we have two sharps, which would be F sharp and C sharp in this case. So you can also read that off on the minor circle here a little. A, same thing. We have a F sharp, C sharp, and a G sharp. So this is three sharps. E, we would have four sharp. B would have five sharps. F sharp would be six sharps, and C sharp would be seven sharps, which is the maximum amount on sharps you can have. And the same thing goes along this way. So we start at C again, 0 flats. F would be the first flat, which would be B flat. B would be the next flat, which would be the E flat, and so on, till we come to 7 flats. And so if I'm saying, okay, I would like to play something in A flat major, we can look it up. We know, okay, we have 4 sharps. And in this case, you can always add the next one. So F would have a B flat. B would have a B flat and an E flat. E flat would have a B flat, an E flat, and an A flat. So you can also read that off here. You don't have to wonder which sharps or flats that are. So if you are new to it, it is easier to have this circle of fifths to just simply read off what you need. For example, if I want to do a song in A flat, I can read off my chart. Okay, this is 4 flats. And if I want to figure out which flats these are, I could go just like if I start from F, there would be the first sharp. So from F I get 1 forward, and I know, okay, I have B flat. So B flat, this would be B flat plus an E flat, B flat, E flat plus an A flat, and then we have A flat where we wanted to go with our song. So we have B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. And we know these are our flats that we need in this tonality and which I should write or play if I'm in A flat. So this is much, much quicker, usually in the beginning at least, than to have to count it down, maybe making a mistake and go frustrated over it and lose the flow. I have 2 remembering sentences for those outer ring chords, but they're in German, but I'm still going to give them to you. So if you want to basically construct that, you can start on the 5th jump. This would be 4th jumps to the other direction and say, okay, we have the C and then we have Geh, du, alter Esel, hole Fisch. On the other side, same thing. We have a C, there is nothing, so we have für Bernd, Essa, aßen dessen Geschwister. Which is in German now. I'm pretty sure there's an English sentence, but I don't know it. So for the German viewers, maybe you can remember it like that. So once more, we have major outside, minor, the correspondent minor inside. We have in this case, they show us how many flats we have on this circles or how many sharps we have. You can see the neighbors, which would be also chords that are correspondent to it. For example, C, D, small, E minor, F, G, A minor. And all over, you can just use this circle of fifth for a much more smooth working phase. Great. So I hope I was able to explain the circle of fifth and its functionality in a way to you that you can imagine using it, because it's an amazing tool. If you have any other questions, please leave a comment, follow the channel, and leave a like. I would be very happy, and I see you soon.